instance, they look for destiny outside man. That is why they are so much wounded by the superstitions of religion. Anybody who separates what God will do for him from what he has already done for himself is already wounded. Separate himself from what God will do, separate what God will do for him from what he has already done for himself. He's already wounded. You see, because the God that will help us is a man. The God that will help us has to be in us. And then it is what we provide that he will depend on to help us. That is something I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you something about the Celestial Tabernacle after this now. To tell you that the greatest thing you have is you. Now, when God wants to bless you, he builds you. So the throne that reigns on earth for God is a throne that God built from men. So when God wants to change you, he starts building you. Because he has to get from you to give to you, rather than your paper. I say he has to get from you to give to you. So if you want to interpret your destiny, you interpret your destiny from your destiny, from who you are and what you're becoming. There is nothing that we can have that is more important than who we are and what we are becoming. No, there's nothing we can have. So the throne on earth, the throne of God on earth is an elevation seat that God built through men's value. Let me say again. I said thrones are seats that God built through men's value. Now, if you look up, I'm going to give you this gift. Quickly, when I'm done now in a very short time, I'm going to go into that revelations I told you because it altered my life. Now, sometimes, some people don't look at themselves very critically. Looking at yourself critically involves determined and visionary objectivity. You look at yourself with intentions of knowing, connecting from what you can harvest from yourself to what God wants to give you. And that is what is called critical looking at yourself. Yes, critical. You say, Lord, I have stayed too long in fantasy. I want to be real to myself. Yes, help me to look at myself critically. And then you will know how much you have built. In Acts of Apostles chapter 20, 32, I commend you to God and what of great that is capable of building you before giving you inheritance. So I said the inheritance is the building, not a thing. Not a car, a building. Because you connect from the building. The building is the guardian angel of the inheritance. Is the one that receives the inheritance. And then it is the one that also keeps the inheritance. Because the inheritance is a building. So in 4 of Galatians 1-7, kingdoms don't use their value to train servants. The difference between servants and the potential kings, that is Lord of all, is what is invested on the king to train him. You know, light is a spirit in a man. So if I want to know your destiny, I must connect it to the person raising you. Because teaching is not only hearing, it involves transfer of spirits. It will be difficult for a queen to be raised without a disciplinarian. Because thrones are not lousy. Queens cannot be raised without disciplinarian. kings cannot be raised without disciplinarian, because thrones are not lousy. They are elevated seats. That is why it had to involve Mordecai. If you look at the character of Mordecai, it is that character that had problem with Haman that raised Esther. One of the greatest gifts of Esther is the discipline that Mordecai inculcated in her that made her unique from other girls. That is when you look at a lousy life, you are so offended. This girl is older than you, and you look at her and you feel like you should flog her for living in a way. Now that thing, that is that ability for you to see that her age means nothing, is a sign that you are blessed. You look at somebody who is older than you by 15 years, 20 years, and know that this woman is so senseless. Somebody you're looking at has been senseless, can't see herself, then you're blessed. It will take Mordecai to put that type of spirit in Esther. Mordecai didn't only taught Esther, he put spirit in Esther. Do you think that Esther was a nonsense girl and she has a composure? Let me ask you a question. If Esther is a street walk up and down, eat chewing gum and putting facing cap, not even in front, at the back. Excuse me, chapter 5 of Esther said, for 1 month my husband has not called me, and she was in the throne, she was there. 1 month this girl has not met her husband. If this girl is a street girl, how can she be in the palace? The capacity to stay in one house with a man and two of them didn't meet was inculcated into Esther by Mordecai, not only by teaching, but by putting spirit of discipline. And when the work of that discipline was perfected, Esther was separated from other girls. You see, there are 3 types of families. Families, number 1, those who doesn't care about their children at all. All that they do about their children is to give them money. That's 1. Number 2 are those who care, but they don't care sufficiently. Number 3 are those who want to care their children to go to school, but they don't have money. They know what they want, but they don't have money. They know they're going to school is important, but they cannot buy books or medicine or law. And then finally, they are this first class, that they are intelligent, they know what they want, they have the money. The best must come out of them. Once in a while, a miracle can happen for somebody from this street to rise to that level. Not all the time. God believes in pattern. That was why when he struggled to bring David to take the place of Jonathan in the house of Saul, he made a vow that he will not do it. That he will not do it anymore. It is very painful for God to go to dunghill to take beggars. He doesn't like doing it. That's why he believes in dynasty. Dynasty means that a boy is trained in the palace. He watch it, he became a king through it. Not taking somebody from the bush. Anytime somebody is from the bush, heaven will pay so much for it. Church, is he quite great? Huh? So if you look at Joseph, there was a connecting point between selling him and bringing him to the throne. as prime minister in Egypt in 41. From 37 to 41, there was a process. And that process involved building Joseph discreetly by vision. Please, Kennedy, you don't have what I'm about to tell you. Write it down like this. Confusion is the bosom friend of the angel of poverty. Yes, it's a headache. Confusion, write it on your paper. It's a heading. Confusion is a bosom friend of the angel of poverty. All that Satan needs to make somebody poor is to get him confused. It doesn't wake up again, it's dead. There is no way to define evil or poverty or shame or darkness like allowing confusion to represent them. Because it is through confusion, I say it is through confusion that somebody, first of all, wastes the value in him that God will use to elevate him. Now, when he wastes it, he will want to live from other people's value. Because whatever that is on earth was kept here by man. So some people will first of all destroy what God will depend on to bless them, and then want to live from what other people that kept their life provided. And then even when they are destroying it, they don't even take responsibility.